8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Tune in.
This is your Friday Night Lights podcast, photo and entertainment in Middle Georgia sales and services.
Coke, don't worry about Pepsi. I had to go see a man about a meeting.
Look at here, look at here.
A-Town down.
And you better not lose.
Tune in.
Not so fast, my friend.
You better say it with your chest.
Come on now, shout it.
And you better not lose.
Hey, you better watch your mouth now.
I am a Lego.
Better shut your mouth.
Yes, I am. I don't mean to interrupt.
Better say it with your chest.
Let's get it.
And you better not lose. What's happening, people?
What's good, fam?
What it do?
How y'all doing? Y'all doing all right?
Well, me, I'm just sitting here in my black clothes that I put on this morning from my black closet.
Do I even want to know what your black butt talking about? I'm scared to ask. I'm curious, but I'm scared.
I'm definitely scared.
Sounds messy to me.
Good
Good evening, family. Good evening.
Good
Good
evening.
evening. And it's not, Mike, you of all people, we just was speaking, you should definitely know what that is. I'm pretty sure the listeners can probably tell me what I'm talking about.
Well, I don't want to know because I ain't seen it yet. So, listeners, shut your ass up. And welcome to the summer edition of the Friday Night Lights podcast show.
Welcome.
We are so glad that you decided to join us tonight. We are here for you to talk about whatever it is you want to talk about. We are getting every week, we're getting closer and closer and closer and closer to football season, and I am beyond stoked. I say it every time because I am. And so we had a really, really good show last week, and I already know that we're gonna have a really, really, really great show this week. So y'all come in and let us know you're here. Tell us hey and what's going on.
Hey.
I'm not talking about
Hi. How you doing?
Do I need to tell them we miss them again like I did last week?
We miss y'all.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
How you say it better?
We missed you.
This is getting messy.
Come on in. We miss you. Like I said last week, we didn't cheat on you, sweetheart. We're here for you. Come on.
I can imagine. Never mind. So, we have officially kicked the show off for June the 12th, it is?
It is.
Yeah.
2024. I want to go on record and apologize to a fan base. I'm sorry, Mr. Handicapped Man. I didn't mean to offend you. But if you don't answer me when I say I'm going to put my foot in your, you understand me? Third. I never intended to offend anybody by saying that you didn't have anybody coming back. We was talking about a majority as a whole. You got some studs, they get some offers and things like that. We got some studs coming back that's getting offered, but we say we ain't have nothing returning also. So I apologize to the one fan base that I offended by saying you had nothing coming back.
I want to know.
And who's that fan base?
The cookies and milk.
Oh, and the watermelon.
The watermelon capital of the world.
Because you did get a tag too, babe. They want to know what me and you had going on. Talking about they ain't returning nothing.
Well,
Y'all got y'all
whatever I
man.
said, if it offended you, I stand on it. I ain't apologizing. I don't eat crow.
And there it is. I heard what the
Micro ball,
Mm-hmm.
fried, sauteed, barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
they'll hear it tomorrow. They'll hear the repost. That's what
No,
they
no,
do.
no, no. We know our faithful Chris County listeners are checking us out. They behind the scenes. They won't
No, that's what they
comment.
said.
They
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 listen.
watching
out
from the
in the morning.
outside.
They looking on the outside. What you hate from the outside for? You can't even get in
No,
there.
they didn't catch it. They might work at night, but they caught they
No,
caught it in the
twin,
morning.
twin now said they was listening. Regis, they said they was listening. They
No, they
said,
didn't. Go back. They said they listened. They listened that morning. They didn't listen live. Is what I'm trying to say.
Cause you
And that's
know
what
ain't no way they would have just not said nothing live.
mm,
no.
well, Chris County, if you are listening, chime in. Again, I apologize. Sis, stand on business. So.
He the only one sorry.
I guess
Moving
you heard me.
along.
Well, why don't
Well,
y'all come
well, hold on now.
fix
Hold on now. Since we talking about Crispy County, I just want to know. I came across some footage today that got me like, oh wow. I'm trying to
Is you,
find
talk,
it. I meant to
is you
send it to
talking
y'all
about?
today,
Is you talking about their new field?
but nope, nope,
Oh,
nope, nope,
okay.
nope.
Because
So
they feel look damn good.
It's beautiful.
Yes, it is. Yes,
Okay,
it is.
so I know this is a football. I know this is a football podcast, but the NBA finals are going on, which is always exciting to me because it means that we're that much closer to the football season. But breaking news about 30 minutes ago, but Porzingis is out for Game 3,
Mm,
so that might make a major difference. But we'll see.
it will. I think it will. Now, let's get into some high school football. A lot of 707s going on. Shout out
Mhm.
to Thomas County Central on their win last year at the Auburn
There's
707
one.
camp. Um,
I think they went 3-0.
yeah, Norland out of Miami at the Georgia Tech camp on yesterday. Think they end up playing who in the final?
It was at Mill Creek,
No, Mill Creek got put out.
North Oconee,
No, they got put out. I'm sorry. It was maybe Creeks
Creekside.
side.
That's who it
Yeah,
was. That's who it was.
yeah, maybe Creekside. So shout out to Norland out of Miami.
I do want to say one thing on Northern out of Miami. My condolences go out to them because they had one of their coaches got killed that just prior to him departing Florida to head up their way.
My
Oh my
lord.
goodness,
Praying for
He,
y'all.
yeah,
that's tough.
got gunned down, and I'm gonna leave it at that. I ain't gonna. Y'all can go in and find the backstory yourself on why and what happened, but it was kind of messed up because his wife was already here or was in North Florida coming up to Atlanta and had to turn around and go back down.
My lord.
Oh, that is absolutely awful. So I am certainly sending prayers out to her, his family, the school. That's tough, and the fact that they were able to come up here and do so well in the midst of that horrible news.
Well,
Wow.
on a lighter note with them, I was shown their trophy case by my sister cousin, and I wouldn't expect nothing less out of them coming up here in the Georgia Tech 707, considering the way that trophy case looked. It's ridiculous. So
Yeah,
praying for the team, the family, and all with the unexpected murder, tragedy, or whatever it's being summed up to be for their coach. But as far as the football team, they did an outstanding job on yesterday at the Georgia Tech 7-on-7.
And yeah, in the midst of adversity. Um,
Um,
Go ahead, babe.
Thomasville High hosted a 7-on-7 with Turner High today. I'm not sure of the outcome of that yet. Also, Thomas County Central was at Florida, the University of
Hmm.
Florida today.
They went 3-0-1, 3-1 or 3-0-1 or something like that.
3-0-1. And I
Hmm.
think they fell short in the final game.
Oh
Yeah,
wow!
shout
Well,
out.
shout out to TCC. Yeah, went down to Gainesville and made it do what it do. So shout out to Thomas County Central. Do a little shout out to my Fort Valley Middle School team. They did a 7-on-7 in Hawkinsville with Oak Hill and Hawkinsville and Northeast, and they were 4 for 4. Good God. So shout out to the little baby. What's good, Chris? How are you?
What's going on,
Welcome to
Chris?
the podcast. When is y'all 7-on-7, Chris? I know there's a big one tomorrow in Athens. I know Peach County will be up there. It'll be about 40 teams, if I'm not mistaken, going to the 7-on-7 on tomorrow. So best of luck to all of those young men who are going up there as well.
And if I'm not mistaken, Chris is Coffee County, correct?
Huh?
Chris
Yes, he
Pace
is.
is Coffee County. We'll
Yeah.
we'll actually be down in Douglas on the 28th. I think that's when y'all will be hosting us, Chris. So I'll be
June
definitely
28th.
come June 28th
Oh
on a
man.
7-on-7. So I'll definitely be coming down to see what the Coffee County Trojans, if I'm not mistaken, will be doing against those Peach County Trojans.
I surely hate that I won't be able to go. I'll be on my way back from Chicago
That town.
on a work trips. But sorry. Yeah, they said they got one in Tiff County tomorrow and they've got one at Georgia Southern Friday. Okay. Y'all putting in that work this week. I see. So Mike, what was that you were showing in the background?
He was being
Oh,
he was being sis. Finish that up for me.
Messi.
Yes, he was.
what, there right there?
Oh, whole thing.
It looked worse in slow motion.
What team is that, bro?
You don't. Oh, you can't see what's highlighted.
No, I can't.
Who they playing against? We see what's
Oh, I don't know who
highlighted.
they. I don't know who they playing against, but I
Petty
mean, don't get
people.
me wrong. It was a targeting, but still.
It looked like Tiff County, actually, but I don't know if you
I
stop.
don't see the T.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I mean, I'm talking about the colors, but put it in slow motion so I can see what's on his. I can't see what's. No, it's not Tiff.
It's
I
not.
don't know who that is.
I don't know what's on the shirt, but I know who took a hit though.
Poor thing.
Okay, I'm gonna stop being messy.
Yeah, stop being messy. That hurt. Now see, Douglas plays Tiff County tomorrow. What's going on, Jonathan Prince? How are you? So you're
Saying
you coffee too. Let us know who you represent. So you say Douglas, or you mean Douglas, Georgia? Do you mean Douglas County?
traveling down the. If they're traveling down to Tiff, or if Tiff traveling to Douglas County, so maybe they're talking
Yeah,
about coffee.
yeah.
I know they ain't playing Douglas Atlanta.
They sure ain't playing them, and they got two S's in their name, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
We just say Doug
Doug for
and keep it
sure.
moving. And keep it moving.
Keep it moving. Okay. What's going on, Bill Nye? How are you? Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome, welcome. Y'all come on in. We got plenty to talk about.
What's
Let's
going
go.
on, Nikki?
Nicky Stone, what's good, Waco?
Wake
Y'all
up
doing
in
any
the building.
707s? Let us know something.
All right, Jonathan. He said Tifton, his boys are running back and quarterback, the Dixon boys. Oh, Douglas, Georgia is coming to us. Okay, so Coffee County is going to Tift County. Okay. So how do y'all feel about your new coach, Mr. Prince? Y'all like him?
Hey, shout out Mr. Prince. I don't know if you've been a listener of ours, but we hadn't had too many Tift County fans coming on, so
yeah. I'm welcome. Hey sis, what's going on, Marika?
What's going on, Marika? I started to say something that will probably got me cut tomorrow. I was gonna call out them wrong letters, but I ain't want to offend nobody.
No, don't even say it. No, we're not doing that tonight.
But I love you, Marika.
Glad you love somebody. What's going on, Mr. McDaniel? Mr. Prince says my boys like him. One of my cousins is from Tifton, Georgia. Yeah, he loves it. Shout out to Nixon Funeral Home down in Tifton, Georgia.
Shout out Nixon Funeral Home.
He said start following us today. We appreciate it. If you want to, Mr. Prince, if you want to go back and look at our way too early preseason polls and tell us what you think. We've gone through all of them, but
let me give you fair warning, Mr. Prince. Tift County is nowhere in there.
I think he knows that.
My Lord.
I think he knows it. You saw what my sis said. She said, "Nuck if you buck, yo."
I'm sorry, Marika. I'm sorry.
Listen, Marika. Let me tell you when he did it though. He did it to me in front of all my line sisters. Like I wasn't gonna tell. And when I told what happened, yo. Your Cricket Mobile.
What you say?
I was telling Marika, I said, you pulled that in front of my line sisters. And like I wasn't gonna tell. I said, and what happened?
What felt like the entire classic came running at me like they were ready to take my head off.
Hell no.
It would have. Kenneth, what's going on, Mr. Hurst? Welcome. We heard TCC did a good job down there in Gainesville and represented well. Mr. Prince says we should make it to the first round of the playoffs this season. Not sure if we will go further than that. Okay,
Mr. Prince, hold on, Mr. Prince, hold on. We have a saying on this show that we like to say. I'm gonna have my family all say this together at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
In what? In what?
In what, Mr. Prince? First round?
Apparently, he thinks he'll be one of the top 4 teams in the region.
Okay, call his region out, baby. Hold on. We got to call Mr. Prince region out. You got the likes of the Thomas County Central Yellow Jackets. You got the Lee County Trojans. You got the Coffee County Trojans. You got the Hoko Bears. I mean, you even got the Northside Eagles. Like, wow.
He said what he said.
Hey, stand on your business, Mr. Prince.
I was just about to say, stand on business.
Hey, we'll eat crow when we have to, Mr. Prince. Good luck to y'all this upcoming season, but I'm just telling you, I think you all make a move in the next couple of years. I think the new coach will bring back because let's be honest, Tifton, Georgia has always had talent. We know you're not shy of talent. You got NFL players, you had your runs and whatnot. We all know this. I think the new coach might bring that winning tradition or some winning tradition back in Tifton, Georgia. But it's gonna be tough on y'all these next couple of years, sir. And good luck to your boys. Maybe they have an outstanding year, throw and rush for thousands of yards. But man, that region you in is maybe the toughest one in Georgia High School Association this year.
Mm-hmm. Ricky, you asked how fast did he get the hell up, girl? His eyes got big as all outdoors, and I think he backpedaled and coochie pop.
Backpedaled, stood behind her, did a lot of apologizing and all of that. But when they left, I was talking again.
Oh, you had mind control over him.
I had mind control over him.
Boy, you stupid cold.
He won't do that again. Chris says, didn't Tiff go back to the region with Camden, Valdosta, Colquitt, Lowndes, and Richmond Hill?
Not sure. Maybe somebody can come because I think they're in the region with Hoko and those guys.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, well, look it up because I'm pretty sure they are. I could be wrong.
Let's see. Yeah. Look that up, Mike. But okay, so who do you? Well, if they are Camden, Valdosta, Colquitt, and Lowndes, and Richmond Hill, he might be top 4.
No. You still got to beat Camden, Valdosta, Colquitt, and Richmond Hill, and maybe resurging Lowndes. So, again, I wish nothing the best for Tiff County, but I just don't see that happening this year. Next year,
see them posing in an upset somewhere, maybe?
To
determine the positioning of the
would.
I just asked the question. That's what I do. I pose questions.
You know you do.
I think I detected a little shade in there somewhere, but I'm gonna act like I didn't hear that shit.
Just like an umbrella.
What's going on, nephew? How are you?
Myrick, what's going on, man? Let us know what's going on the northeast side of Georgia, man. What's going on over there?
Let me hold a little something, nephew.
I agree, Mr. Pace. Regardless.
Yeah, they still gonna catch hell. But shout out to the Tiff County Blue Devils. I'm glad. If nothing else, I'm glad that you have excitement back. You know what I mean? Because nothing kills a program like apathy. And the fact that there's a buzz and that these kids are excited, that's a good thing. Winning always brings good things. So here's a shout out to you and that you get back to where you were. And what's going on, Mr. Moss? I'm sorry. Wildcat, how you doing, Ricky? What's going on, Mr. Wilson? How you doing? What's good, fam? Y'all lost in the Final Four at Georgia Tech, 7-7 today. Oh, well, shout out to y'all for getting that far. Who did y'all play? Who was in your bracket? I thought that was Carver. So that was Carver Columbus and not Carver Atlanta?
No, Carver Atlanta was one.
Okay. We've been making it, Marquise. We blessed. We on this side. So our beds were not our cooling boards. Hey. So we good today. And what the old folks say.
That's what they say. Hey, real quick though, I got a question for Mr. Wilson, man. I know it's still early in the season and we hadn't been on the podcast much, but I hadn't been seeing much Southeast Georgia in the groups or on the podcast. What's going on down there, Mr. Wilson? Y'all not feeling the 912 doing anything this year? I mean, you got Benedictine, you got Calvary Day, you got Savannah Christian, you got New Hampstead. I'll say who I like coming out of that area. But I haven't been hearing much talk about y'all this year, man. Give us some insights on what's going on down there in the 912.
Man, they still mad. They still hurt.
So they still butt hurt.
Them goddamn folks in Ellenwood.
Glad you're doing. Glad you're doing good, Mr. Moss. Glad you're doing good.
That's what's going on, Miss
He
Wilson.
said everybody is putting in work right now. That's what I like to hear.
Okay.
He's a rookie.
Okay.
So, he said it's revenge season.
Shit, it's too late for that.
Why
Wait,
you
before
say
we
that?
go any further, sis, how did y'all do in the 707 today? I know you say y'all had 707 today.
I'm not sure yet. I haven't
Yeah, and
gotten
everything.
I haven't gotten any news about the outcome, but I can double check real quick.
For sure.
Chris said leave Savannah athletes alone thirsty.
That's atheist, I guess he was trying to say.
He said athletes. Wow.
Okay.
Oh, Savannah atheist. Oh yeah, them bastards. I forgot. That's what he was trying to say.
Yes, that's what the point I was trying to make, man.
Mm-hmm. I know that now.
Okay, babe. Let's detect a hint of shade there, like an umbrella.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's right, Savannah atheist. Revenge season. When they say revenge season, what they're saying is they're gonna get they can't get their lit back from Stockbridge. Benedictine can't, but they can go on to win it all. And I think that's what they're saying. They're on a mission to win it all because
And what?
in 4A.
Well, I'll say it like this. That sounds like some coach said last year. Shout
Coach
out
who?
Cody, man.
Who?
See now you want to put me on the spot. Coach Calvary Day, man, that we have on. Coach
Oh, my buddy.
yes, dang man, I'm a bad host right now. I
Coach
can't
Q.
Coach Q. Wait, what?
Alex Montague. Coach Q.
Montague, that's him, Coach. Yeah. Coach thought it was gonna be a revenge season on for Calvary Day last year, so
Well, Paul Wilson said he's not Calvary Day. He is Benedictine. Am
well,
I right? I'm right, Mr. Wilson, right? He's Benedictine. We are not the same. Ain't that right?
well, I think the Perry Panthers got something to say about that, as well as the Warner Robin Demons and
Yeah.
the Ware County Gators, and
But
that's a hell of a
listen,
region there, Mr. Wilson. That's a hell of a region.
this is why I said Savannah athletes. Remember last year when the southeast part of Georgia was tired of everybody dissing them, saying, "Oh, they don't play no football down there." Remember? And
Mm-hmm.
they kind of proved us wrong in that they got pretty deep in the playoffs, and they had a lot of teams.
Yes,
that
I mean you
normally
had
left
what it was. It was Bryan County. It was
New Hampstead.
New
It was
Hampstead. It was Benedictine. It was Christian and
Christian,
Calvary Day. It
Calvary
was
Day, and I'm thinking it was somebody else, but I can't remember. But
well, Camden come in there also, don't they?
well, yeah, they're more Brunswick. I mean, they're
Well, I
more
mean
Brunswick,
that's still that
but it's
South
Southeast
912
Georgia.
area.
You're
Yes.
right. They are
So
Southeast Georgia, so.
Whatever.
And Paul that's right, Paul. Paul said they're gonna run through it. That's why we scheduled big out of region games. Yeah, they play Buford this year. I don't know if y'all scrimmaged them or y'all playing for an actual game. I can't remember.
here you go, trying to applaud somebody for going to do some shit they ain't got no business.
Iron sharpens iron. Now,
And iron cut paper.
Chris says it's some talent over there by the water. I agree, Chris. I certainly agree. And Marquis said, yes, New Hampstead was a real deal last year. And that quarterback, what's his classification? Was he a junior last year or was he a sophomore? I can't
I think
remember.
he was young. Maybe somebody from that area can let us know. It may be a rising junior this year.
I'm surprised, like he's not at.
Somebody ain't snatched him up.
I'm surprised he's not at the private schools because that seems like I don't know. Seems like that's what they do in Savannah. They don't all go to one public school. They head to the privates. So
Mm.
Marquis said he's looking forward to a lot of Atlanta Falcons game this year. I am too. If my cousin to go ahead and let us go on and buy these dang on season tickets.
No, babe. I'm sorry.
Obadiah said, "What's going on? How you doing? We were wondering where you were. We're good to see you.
You
You,
must
Glad
went
you
down to
somebody,
tuned in.
Gainesville, Obadiah. Tell us how that went.
somebody late today.
I know. What you been doing?
Yeah, he must have been on the road because
You had a
when that
hot day. You had a hot day, Obadiah.
let me find out Obadiah down in Gainesville turning up.
What you doing?
Hey,
You know it.
update.
We know it's your month, but come on, it's my month too, Obadiah. It's my birthday month. Don't be turning up. Don't be getting extra frisky, sir.
It's my
No,
day.
tomorrow. He said he got off late. Oh, okay. Well, welcome back. I'm sorry, sis. What were you saying?
So there is no score kept today against Turner.
Okay.
However, we will be at Lee County tomorrow for 7-on-7 and University of Georgia next week.
Okay. And we'll be up there tomorrow. So UGA is holding a lot of more than one 7-on-7. I guess they would have to, because I'm sure it garners a lot of interest.
Right.
Thirst, we got a question for you. Cause she been MIA. She wanted to know if you were all right.
I'm good. All gravy over here.
He he's a brave soul.
Bro, I was just curious though. What kind of gravy are you? Like, are you that old gravy that you make out of the grease and the flour, bro? Or are you gravy like that pack, that watered down homemade gravy? What is you, bro? What gravy are you?
Well, I'm the oil, flour, and seasoning with with some water.
You got some onions in there too?
Old school, old school.
Okay.
Got to put the onions in there to get all the stuff off the bottom of the pan, of the
It's
pot
flavor in the
pan.
brown. Flavor in the
Yeah,
brown.
yeah, it is.
Flavor in the brown. Come up real good. Now I want some cube steak or some pork chop. Thanks, guys. I ain't gonna cook it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, some smothered pork chop do sound good right now.
I cooked that
Mm.
yesterday.
Ooh, I bet you it was delicious.
Yes, Lord. We ain't even have leftovers.
But yes, sis, he says
I'm
he's
good though.
so let
I'm
me
good.
ask. So this is something we really didn't discuss last week, and that was the change to the GHSA playoffs. Podcast land, what do you think about the bye on Thanksgiving weekend? And do you believe what the GHSA said that was already in the works and it had nothing to do with the changing of the Georgia Tech game? What do you think? And panel, what do you think?
I think it was already in works. It was already set.
I agree with Mike because the way they're set up, a lot of stuff doesn't really happen last minute like that. They're always pre-planning. So yeah, I think it was already happening.
Okay, yo, what do you think? Okay, Cricket Mobile.
I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. I'll get right back.
Okay, so Obadiah says, I'm okay with it because around that time, if you're still playing 9 times out of 10, you will have players banged up. That's true. Um,
Well, I don't think everybody really saw everything that was going on in that schedule because it was just the schedule pretty much the same as last year. They just put another break in there.
uh-huh.
Because last year it was what 10 to 12 days between semifinals and state championship games.
Yeah, they said that was because of the conflict in the dome, right?
Nah, they
I
still
mean,
doing the
not the
same thing
dome.
again this year. They're doing the same thing again this year.
I mean, well, you know that it is soccer season, so it will be soccer season. So the Atlanta United will definitely be playing. So yeah, so they're gonna have 2 long breaks instead of one. And how do you think
Yep.
that's gonna affect the flow? You think some people will come back sloppy or no? Or they it's
Nah,
a much needed break.
much needed break, rest,
Okay. So
let folks get healed up.
Exactly.
so
He probably miss games,
okay.
big games from being sore, hurt, banged up, and those type breaks give them the opportunity to rest.
Hmm. So again, so let me get your opinion. So we have 2 people that say that it was already in the works. Do you think it was already in the works or is it politics?
Politics.
Explain.
Um, we're talking about the game moving from Thanksgiving week, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna give you 2 words. I'm sorry.
Once they start with a K, one on it
A
start with
and
a K
a S.
and a S. Mm-hmm.
Kirby Smart. That's it. There's no way Kirby Smart was gonna be playing a game at the University of Georgia Tech. I'm sorry, Georgia Tech Institute of Technology.
Now they be in Athens, I think, in between the edges. No,
No, it's at Tech.
they played at Tech last year.
Okay, well, in Athens, there's no way he's gonna allow Georgia Tech to come up there in Athens between the edges on a Friday, and he can't make it or get his coaches out to watch semi-final football, quarterfinal football, with about 2 to 3 weeks left to signing day. Ain't no way he's gonna miss that. He's not gonna allow that day. You need every opportunity you can to be in these kids' ears. He's not gonna give that day up. It ain't fair to him. While he's at, while he's getting strategy and doing everything he got to do planning for Georgia Tech. All these other coaches who ain't gonna be in no bowl games, whose season's probably over because they probably gonna play that Saturday their last game and that's it for the season, so they don't care. But they can come into the state that he runs and have an advantage of recruiting, looking at these kids and stuff. No, Kirby's not allowing that. These are not the words of like football. This is not coming from the University of Georgia. This is strictly your opinion, but I don't see it.
I tend to agree with you. Well, podcast land, what do you think? You think it was just in the works? I mean, I just the timing is real interesting. That's all I'm gonna say. It's just kind of it's too coincidental to me because almost simultaneously, I mean, after they announced the switching that game, the very next day they come out and say we got this, we're gonna do put this buy in here, and maybe they have been talking about it and they just hadn't announced it yet. But I just question the timing of it. So, um, Obadiah says it's both. Mr. Hurst says it's Georgia politics.
Mm.
Okay, I thought that was interesting. So, is there? Didn't GSJ say make another change? to the rules. I can't remember what it was.
Nothing I'm aware of or have recollection of.
Okay. Um, what's going on, EP?
What's going on?
Good, bro.
What's up, yo?
Okay. So,
Carrie and Mike.
What's good?
so, yeah, I again, I question the timing of it. So, what was I gonna say? I can't remember.
Oh my lord.
I'm getting old.
Mm, mm, mm,
But
mm,
mark this day down.
mm, mm.
Why is that thirsty?
Huh?
Why would you mark this day down, Sylvester?
Uh,
Huh? Huh?
If
Oh,
you
we
can
gotta figure out.
hunt, you can. If you can hunt, you can hear.
Oh, we gotta figure out how to get that money by tomorrow.
mm, mm,
Okay, guys. Anyway, podcast man.
mm.
Y'all talk to me, podcast man. What you want to talk about? Cause these, it's not Friday.
So
Don't
I
you
got a
do it.
question to all the listeners. And we posed this question last year around this time. We have put out our way too early preseason rankings,
Except for one.
except for one classification. And we got a lot of flack on it. You know, a lot of other outlets have put out their way too early rankings. I want the listeners to chime in and let us know. You've seen your kids at practice. Some have had 707s. Let us know honestly where you see your team finishing in their region and how far you think they make it in the playoff this year. And try to be realistic. You know, every fan think their team gonna win the state championship, but let's be real with this. Let's have fun with this one and see where you think your team can be. I know last year we did this, and it'll be nice to kind of come back and check some receipts by the end of the year on where people think their team has been. What about that, panel? Y'all cool with that?
I'm definitely cool with that.
Let's roll.
I'll go first. My Peach County Trojans, from what I've seen at practice in their first spring game, hopefully to see them in some 7-on-7 here soon. I think first or second in their region. I think quarterfinals to semifinals exit. And that's just being realistic.
Overall record, regular season record.
No less than 7-3.
Okay.
They got a pretty good non-region schedule. I think 7-3 is modest when you look at the type of teams that they're playing. But yeah, I think if they win the region 8-2, if they slip up a region game or so, 7-3.
I think that's a fair assessment.
I can roll with it.
Oh, we glad we got your approval, Sylvester.
And who want to go next?
Well, I guess I'll say it again then. For City Grove, overall regular season ends being 6-4 with a quarterfinal round exit.
That's the third round. Okay.
Yep.
Sis, what you say? What you say?
Um, y'all come back to me. I know it ain't nobody but you, Dub, or if you haven't already gone. I'm trying to get my
No,
assessment
I
together.
mean, really, honestly, I mean, because me and yo talk so much, I see optimistically I see 9-1. Realistically, I see 8-2 or 7-3. I do think that we will be playing the week after Thanksgiving.
There we go.
I used to say Thanksgiving week, but now I do think we'll be playing the week after Thanks. I think we'll have at least 3 games before we make an exit. Hopefully, it's 5, and we're holding the trophy up. But that's just optimistic. But I think realistically, we can make it to the 3rd round.
Okay. Obadiah got a comment, babe. You care to read?
I will. I was just about to do that. Thomas County Central will be in the region title game, and it will come down to TCC, Lee, and Coffee battling for that region title. So, who wins the region, and how far do you think Thomas County Central will get?
Okay, so I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say, um, maybe 7-3,
Mm-hmm.
and I definitely see us in the second round of the playoffs. I'm not
Okay.
sure how fair we'll do after that.
Okay. All right. Paul, wait a minute. I thought you were Benedictine. I thought y'all were going to I thought y'all were going all the way, Mr. Wilson. Are you
Well,
talking about
no,
Pete County? Are you talking about
no,
your school?
no. He's talking about Benedictine, and you got to be fair. I respect what Mr. Wilson's saying because he did say that they have a tough non-region schedule.
That's right.
So I can see him saying 7-3. First or second in the region because it is a tough region with Perry,
It
Warner
is.
Robins. Where. So I think that's a fair assessment of the Benedictine
I
Cadets.
can dig it. I can dig it. I can dig it. Um so who do you think that region loss will be to, Mr. Wilson? Obadiah, you say 10-0, probably 9-1. And who is that one loss? What is that? Who do you think that one loss could possibly be to? Let's see who else is up here. Mr. Pace, Mr. Myrick, let us know. We want to know what J-Bo, what will Carver Columbus do? What will um Coffee County do? Mr. Moss, if you still on here, let us know what you think Pelham is gonna be up to. What about Thompson? Y'all tell us.
Mr.
Okay.
Mr. Lee, let us know about Mary Person, man. We posed a question today. Um, as you can read this comments, we want to know what do you think Mary Person will do this year in their region? Um, predicting the record and how far you think they'll go in the playoffs.
Okay.
Ricky Moss got a good one, babe.
I'm going through. Obadiah says they're going to either lose to Coffee or Lee. Paul says they're going to lose to Warner Robins or Ware. Okay. Ricky says Pelham will be no lower than a 2 seed, have a 6-4 record, and a second round exit. We lost an entire backfield, but we're dropping the Class 1A Division 2 in a region with Early County, Mitchell County, and Seminole County. Okay.
Very good assessment, Mr. Moss.
I can see that. I can see that. Marika says Peach no less than 7-3. I can see that.
I agree with that.
Obadiah agrees with you, Mr. Moss. You can see it.
I agree with him too, only because I know the head coach, and solely because I know one of those 4 will be coming from us.
Oh, heard that.
I don't know, but y'all
Nasty,
better be careful because my sister had her chest poked out. Don't step on it because that thing stuck out there.
nasty.
Don't do that. I'm just
um,
speaking facts here.
oh, yeah,
Paul,
y'all sure do, Paul.
Yeah, you got to replace a good one. I can tell you that coming from Benedictine, but we know the way the program has been rolling, y'all been okay with the next man up, so maybe he will fare well. And you got a great receiver that can probably warm him up a little bit. So I think you take your bumps in the beginning with that non-region schedule, and And I think I agree with what you said like before. It'll come down to a couple of teams, Perry, you, Warner Robins, where, that would possibly be the top four. So either one of y'all could possibly pull it off.
Mm-hmm. Lee says he sees Mary Persons going 8-2, losing to LaGrange and Sandy Creek. Maybe 9-1, only losing to LaGrange and a third round exit of the playoff.
Good assessment, Mr. Lee, but I'll have to disagree with you for one thing. If you do lose, you'll lose to Sandy Creek before you will LaGrange.
Mm-hmm. I can see that. Obadiah says this is just an early prediction, but it will be Cairo versus Peach County for the region championship.
That's kind of where I was going. Obadiah, if you heard me say one or two in the region, I think we would battle Cairo for the region championship this year. So I agree with that.
Baber said, listen, hold up, and don't judge us by this spring game we had.
Okay. Brooks County said they hit you in your mouth. Not in your mouth, in your mouth. So if Brooks hit you in the mouth, just know that ain't the only Trojan gonna hit you in the mouth this year.
Okay. Ricky says he's ready to see what Guyton does in a region in which Pelham belongs. D1 was too much for Pelham. Okay. And he said, Lee says, so are you saying Sandy Creek is better than LaGrange? Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But that's a pretty good region y'all are in, Lee. And I hope Mary Person, fare well in that region. I think they will. I actually had you going in as a third seed. So that's why I can agree with you with the LaGrange and the Sandy Creek loss.
Mm-hmm. Marika has a question. She wants to know, how you doing, Mr. Robert? Marika has a question. She wants to know what the deal is with Bainbridge because she doesn't know anything about them.
I'm not in the South. Maybe Shakira or maybe the listeners. We do have a longtime listener from Bainbridge. I don't think he's on tonight. A couple of them from down in that area that listen, that can probably shed some light on it. But just from the research I've been doing, y'all have to excuse because we do thorough research on our teams. My brother just been kind of occupied, but he will be getting on it. He and I will be kind of getting together, getting our research and stuff done. But Bainbridge is Bainbridge, babe. They always been a traditional school that, gonna put out 7 to 10 wins a year. They're state champions. We know what we're gonna get with them. It's just kind of in the thing we was going through last year. When you start changing head coaches and losing a lot of personnel, it may take a year or two to get back on that track. You still may be a winning program, which I think Bainbridge will. I got them as a third seed in our region, but I just think it's going to be a little too much for them to now. Next year and the year after, we could be talking of possibly seeing Bainbridge back, but I just think this year they'll kind of take a step back.
But looking at their schedule, and I haven't really heard much about them, off season wise either. But being from the area, it's kind of, let's see, the way their program is set up or has performed over the years, like any school in the area, you don't know until you know. Um, and I'm looking at their schedule, and it's giving Cupcake a little bit. But Peach doesn't have to play them until the 18th, which of course by then a lot of football will have been played. So I'm interested in seeing how they do as well, just because I'm looking at their scheduling. You got Coffee, Cook, Ware, Tiff County, TCC, Cairo, Westover, Peach, then Monroe and Doherty. Not too impressive to me. Not a lot of those schools are.
Well, that's a gauntlet. That's a gauntlet of a non-region schedule. Now, I will say our region is weak this year, but that non-region schedule that Bainbridge got, especially if Tiff is back to their winning ways with I'm sorry, I got to apologize to our listener who has his son playing running back and quarterback. You know, if they trying to build that program back up, that's going to be tough for them, especially considering the head coach of Tiff County took Bainbridge to the quarters last year. So you know it's going to be bad blood there. So that type game and stuff, it's going to be interesting for Bainbridge this year. Again, I think they're probably looking at 6-4, third seed in the region.
So now this is what I'm sorry, I was on a phone call, but this is based on the intel that I've gotten and what I've read and researched. According to what people have been saying is that Bainbridge lost a lot. You couple that with, a new coach, and they might not do as well as they normally would. However, and they played Brooks County, and for that,
wet the bed.
that little bitty county over there, and they really took Bainbridge to the woodshed. But according to them, they had 6 people that weren't playing, and the quarterback that's supposed to be taking over, he had a basketball injury, so he wasn't playing either. So I don't know. We'll see. I don't think they'll be put like that. They won't be as powerful as they were last year, but it's a lot of football to be played.
Excuses are like,
shut up.
Excuses are bridges that lead to nowhere.
Yes. Okay. So, let's see. Lee says it's a gauntlet region, and he rides and dies with Mary Persons. But your second favorite team is the Trojans. We appreciate that, Lee.
Appreciate that, Lee.
Obadiah has a question. He says, how many games do we think that the Packers will lose, and who will take that region 1-6A?
Anybody else can answer that, but I'll just tell you, I think it's still Colquitt County to lose. I think they win that region, but that region is not that strong this year. I think Valdosta will probably push them for the region champs. I think Colquitt County will be a second round exit, though.
Colquitt lost a lot, didn't they?
They lost everything.
So you don't think Valdosta is the favorite to take that region, or Camden?
Well, you just got to go back the last couple of years, especially since Valdosta been back into that 7A or now 6A region with Colquitt and Lowndes. Colquitt still own that region. Again, I know Valdosta can definitely make a push this year. They have a stud of a quarterback and a lot of pieces coming back this year. But that it's still Colquitt to lose. Like I said, Colquitt is the same thing we're speaking of when we speak of Bainbridge. That's a traditional powerhouse school that's gonna every year you're losing players and you're wondering if this gonna be the year, and they just keep pushing them out. So I think Valdosta may have. I mean, we all know the last couple of years it's been Colquitt County and everybody else in that region. Mm-hmm. But I think it'll be a little tough this year with Camden doing what they did last year, Valdosta taking a step this year. Again, whatever Tiff and Lowndes and Richmond Hill decide to do, but I think it's still Colquitt to lose.
Have y'all actually paid attention to Colquitt's schedule?
Go ahead and name it, bro.
Bro, I'm not even going to name the teams. All I'm going to say is these jokers got 6. These jokers opened the season with 6 straight home games.
My lord.
Now, I don't even know why these folks.
Somebody love them people down there in Moultrie, Georgia.
All they non-region games are at home, including the game against whoever that school is from Utah. That prop more than likely ain't hitting on Jack. Always beating up on the school from Florida. You got 3A school Monroe coming in. Rivalry with Lee County, and then you close out the 6-game home stretch with a region game against Lowndes. Like,
Now let's be real. Now let's
you
be
know, like,
real.
man, you know, I can't talk.
If anybody have played or been a fan and traveled down to Moultrie, Georgia, you know it is hard as you know what to play and win in the hog pen.
Uh-huh.
I don't care how good your school is. I don't care how good your team is. You go back and look at anything dealing with Colquitt County, they always have a stellar home record and can be the top dog in the classification, and can go and play a team that they should handily beat outside of that hog pen and have their butts handed to them. So to have 6 games at home starting your season, you already at an advantage right there. They can easily go 6-0 right there, just because of the atmosphere playing down at that hog pen.
Ricky says, is Colquitt paying people to play them at home?
I mean,
And
for real.
Yeah, they are.
Marika
They
said maybe
are.
they bought somebody out.
I don't know.
I mean, it
Well, you
goes
got
back. It
Go
goes
ahead.
back to what I was just saying, bro. When you know you got an atmosphere that make it so hard for teams to win, I'll buy them out. I'll buy them out also. You know what I mean? Hey, we'll give you an extra 10,000 if you come on over here instead of hosting this at your house. You know what I'm saying? We'll give you 30% of the gate. Come on over here and play us at the hog pen, because one thing about Moultrie, Georgia, the town is gonna shut down when the Packers are playing. So they gonna make their money on that gate. They don't mind getting that chance to play that team at home for an extra percentage of the gate or whatever, because you know you're gonna possibly come out with a win playing down there in Moultrie. So it's crazy. I've never seen a schedule like that. That's insane. 6 straight home games to start your season? That's insane.
Wow. And I've only seen it on video, so but I can tell even from video that it's very intimidating down there to play.
I've been in the place several times, and yes, it is. Mike, I don't know if you traveled down.
No, he ain't travel. You know his fancy ass watch
Man, man, you
NFA2.
know I didn't go down there. I watched that thing on TV. I watched it on ESPN and the NHFSA IGQ network.
I mean, you know his fancy ass ain't going down there.
Oh, he fancy, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
fancy.
yeah. My helicopter wasn't working them days. I ain't had no gas money.
His private chauffeur wasn't able to get him down there that day.
His boy was trying to get him down there to cook and everything. Ricky says, I asked the question because Colquitt County played Pelham twice in Moultrie, and we took a beat down both times. Probably.
I mean, shit. We played them. We played them what? We played them what? 3 times in Moultrie, and could have won. No, we played them twice. Twice.
Mm-hmm. He said, I never watched a game in Moultrie. Lee says, I never watched a game in Moultrie, but I bet the whole community is there. That's the way it should be. And they sit on both sides, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, it's but I'm gonna make it to the hog pen one day. Let me ask people that have played down there regularly. You know, certain places get reputations, you know, that are different from others. So do they have a reputation to cheat in there? I mean, I know some people is gonna automatically say they cheat, but
I'm gonna tell you. Let me see.
Yeah,
I'm gonna name 5 schools right now that used to be a problem. When I say a problem, to play. And anybody that knows late 90s, 2000s, but early 2000s football, high school football, let me tell you something. You did not want to come to Anderson Field and play Peach County Trojans.
It was so intimidating.
Man,
Gosh,
it was so Lord Jesus. You did not want to go over there to Sandersville, Georgia, in the House of Pain and play Waco. You did not want to go down 16 to Dublin in the Shamrock Bowl. You did not want to go down to Colquitt County Moultrie in the Hog Pen. And you did not want to come over here to McConnell Tower and play the Warner Robin Demon. Those were some intimidating places to play. I don't know if it was home cooking, but just check track records of those 5 schools I just named and look at their home versus away record. And you'll understand why it was almost damn near impossible to beat those teams at home. And I'm gonna be honest now. Recent times, going up there to the onesie, Mike, you know it. It was hell going up there to that onesie, that one-sided stadium. You see
thugs over there.
You know what I'm saying? You got damn near a 5-star restaurant at the concession stand. Like, that shit was just intimidating.
Whatever, it wasn't intimidating me, and I wouldn't know it. They concession stands taste like I wouldn't get them niggas none of my damn money. Oh, I'm sorry.
There she go.
I'm sorry, guys. So Ricky has a question. What about Cleveland Field in Valdosta? And Lee said that year Mary Persons played Cairo in the first round of the playoffs. The whole town of Forsyth was there. Where did they park?
I know what could be intimidating if they opened it up.
What?
Mayor Persons, let the visitors park. Let the visitor have to drive through the cemetery to park.
I want them to
go to the
bathroom first.
Man, they gotta work. Man, they gotta work on their entrance and security.
We not going now. One step at a time.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah, Northside. Yeah, it was McConnell Talbot to play Northside too, Mr. Robert. You're right. When Northside was beating everybody up, it was just an intimidating place. And I'm gonna tell you, I didn't go in because I couldn't get in, and I didn't want to go in. But if you would drive by McConnell Talbot when Northside and Warner Robins were playing, I mean, intense. You could just drive by and look over there. Cause I've done that before because I was going somewhere else and it was on my way and I saw it and it wasn't no traffic because everybody's at the game, right? So I'm riding through on North Davis Drive and you see this stadium full of huge people. I mean, the atmosphere was just electric. So I agree with you. What about Valdosta? But Baser High Cleveland Field, yeah. Y'all ever been to a Valdosta game?
Back in the late 90s.
Intimidating or no?
Well, actually, I went to the Loudon and Valdosta game. That's the game I went to. Who got that stadium right there by 75?
That's Lowndes.
Okay, that's where I went. Ooh, Lord, that must.
Yeah, that could be. I mean, yeah.
It was going down there for that game in particular. That thing was packed. And it was like, ooh. Yeah, I don't want to come here. I don't want to come here and play as a player. If I ain't used to it, if I'm not used to them type of atmospheres, from experiencing them, whether it was through the regular season or through playing youth football, I ain't trying to. You ain't gonna make it down now.
Now I've never been to a Valdosta game at Valdosta Stadium. The only time I've been there was when Valdosta State played there. Shout out to y'all for letting them borrow your stadium. But being in that particular stadium and just imagining being a Friday night football game, I could see how it would be intimidating, especially if it's if it's packed like that. I could definitely see it. Marika got a question. You're not gonna answer it, Sylvester? What's with the yellow police tape at the onesie?
to help keep y'all safe, to help keep the visitors safe. Don't,
Yeah, cause that tape sure does, you know.
Yeah.
yeah. That's the barrier to keep the visitors on away from the home team.
Yeah,
Because the home team can tend to get a little rowdy at
oh
times.
yeah, and they sure can't break through that police tape.
I mean,
Hell
for
no.
Not
real.
not at all, man.
It's
Not at
it's
all.
so it's
And
so
guess
It's
thick.
what?
one it's 100% recyclable plastic.
And guess what? They won't be riding wolf a damn this year.
Uh, that's what you think.
Huh.
That's what you think.
From what I heard, you're going back to the flight of the bumblebee.
That's what you think.
I ain't said, bro.
Uh, well, that's what they think. I'm gonna leave it at that. Because they hate us, because they hate us.
Okay.
Uh,
So I don't see anything else in the comments. So we don't have our way too early poll for Division One. I mean Single A Division Two. But for those of you in the podcast land, you want to give us some suggestions, or what do you think, or who do you think we're gonna put in the poll? Is there somebody that we should? Okay, we got to answer Marika's question though. She said, "Where they moving from, Mike?"
talking about the visitors
No,
moving from that.
no.
What's
You
she
know,
talking
We talking
man,
about the reason why y'all gonna be relevant this year.
about? Oh,
Hmm.
hey, DeKalb County still got talent. That's all I'm gonna say.
DeKalb County or Ellenwood specifically?
DeKalb County. We homegrown in DeKalb County, baby.
Okay, y'all come from all middle schools, don't you?
Hey, we homegrown in DeKalb County.
I heard that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
That's the best thing to do. Your profile picture just drive it all
Good dope still selling itself.
for sure.
Press Avenue is in division. Is in 2A. Mr. Lee. He said Prince Avenue Christian. Everyone else aren't they
Well,
in 2A? No, they're
I,
in Division One.
I hadn't had the opportunity to do any research on Division One AA. I'm sorry, Division One. I'm sorry,
No.
Single A Division Two.
Mm-hmm.
But if I guess, you're probably looking at Bowden. Good point. Rick and Moss. Only thing that I will tell you is you're missing Greene County.
Green
Greene
County.
County will definitely be in the top 10 of rankings. You're talking about a team that did well last year and pretty much returned everybody. So that list you compare right here that you put together, Mr. Moss, is probably spot on, not as far as the rankings, but those teams will definitely probably see the top 10, and you're probably going to see Greene County in there as well.
What about Macon? Are they in
Macon County is another one that should be definitely in the top 10.
any honorable mentions? Or
Dooley County would probably, kind of get some look at.
what about Telfair? Are they
Telfair County would definitely get some looks. It's taken us a while because we hadn't got all the information on some of those teams. I don't know if it's because it's smaller schools or what, but it's just kind of hard to get rosters and things like that, updates and stuff. But we are working on it, and we should be releasing it no later than Monday. We should have it out.
Okay. Lincoln County, Manchester. Clear County. What happened to what's going on, Mr. Pearson? How you doing? What y'all got going down there in Swainsboro? Let us know.
And give us some assessment on Swainsboro, Mr. Pearson. We asked the listeners earlier where you think your team will be this year as far as the region, where they stand, what you predict your records to be, and how far you predict the playoffs this year. We know you lost a stud in DeMillo. Man,
Ooh.
can y'all replace that type of talent down there?
I don't know.
We had Swainsboro in Division 1, I think, on the bubble or right outside the top 10, if not right at 10.
Yes, Swainsboro was in it. It seems like I remember them.
Yeah, Swainsboro, I think they were 9 or 10.
Mm-hmm.
And, we know they got some guys coming back. They did have a track team playing on the football field. But again, when you lose the caliber of player that you lost in Jones, man, you kind of take a nod. And I can see them working their way back up in the rankings. And hopefully they will. But that's where we had them in the preseason.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But let us know what's going on, because man, I'm just going back to November and December. Baby, that doggone those conversations were epic. Swainsboro will be good but young, region champions again, and yes, we will finish 9-1 and another deep run. Okay. Who do you think your one loss will be to? Are they in the region of doom or no? I don't think so. No,
I don't think so.
They can't be because they're on the other side of the state. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I would love to see a Brooks County Swainsboro matchup again. I think
I would love to see that.
Yeah, I think Brooks would probably take it this year over Swainsboro.
Mm-hmm.
That's my early prediction if that was to happen, but
by the end season's end, you never know. He said I'll probably lose to Toombs County. That's a good assessment.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could have just erased the probably part.
Joe said no way they're losing to Brooks County.
I'm sorry, Mr. Pearson. Brooks got you this year.
Oh my goodness. Those conversations were so epic. Oh my goodness. I think I might go back and listen to them. They were amazing. You know what, nephew? I hadn't heard what Thompson, what you said, what you think about Thompson this year.
Is he still on?
I don't know. Tell me what you think about Thompson. He said, didn't Blackley? Yeah. I think. Well, did Blackley get honorable mention?
No, Blackley is definitely ranked in Single A Division 1. Blackley is definitely ranked.
Okay. What's going on, CJ? He said, Cook Hornets. Our boys played a 7-on-7 at Florida State and made the semifinals. Congratulations to you guys. So we're asking you, how do you think your team is going to do this year? What do you think the record will be? How they'll finish in the region, and how far do you think they'll go in the playoffs?
And Mr. Lane, I got you all finishing second in that region. So I hope Cook really show what they can do this year. I think Pierce might be a little too much for you in that region, but I think you will overtake Appling and Chris County. But let us know what you think y'all boys will do this year and where you think y'all end up in the region.
Okay. So
good assessment, Mr. Robert.
Yeah, that's a good assessment. Mr. Pearson says they play Thompson and they're gonna beat them too.
Okay. I concur. I agree.
Okay.
We said it. Thompson is always gonna play good football. We know this, but they lost the stud in Curry also, and they just wasn't able to produce that type of talent again. So We heard him in the preseason say we was wrong and all of this stuff, but it showed in the season. Like, I hate to say it, but call for y'all next. Y'all say y'all got somebody that can replace Brown, but y'all gonna have to prove that to me.
I tried to tell you last year.
Mm. They just bashed my brother, but he didn't know what he was talking about. They got somebody better than Curry, all kind of stuff, didn't they, bro?
Bruh, they were talking cash money. But at the end of the day, that check bounced.
Child, that brickyard, listen, let me tell you. I mean, they were deep. I mean, super duper deep. And by the end of the season,
And then who they lost to? Toombs? Was it Toombs County?
who's Toombs County?
Lost to Toombs. Poor little team.
Y'all surely did, Mr. Nicholson. They lost to y'all. Duke Watson was definitely a stud.
I ain't gonna lie about that. He was a stud, but boy, I sure do want to see the replacement on that one.
Do y'all have somebody that's comparable? I won't say that can replace it because some people, it's just hard to replace them. So, what you think?
Basically, we can take Thompson. We can replace Thompson with married persons.
Okay.
I'm leaving it at that.
Okay. Well, you have a good night, Marika. And she said before she goes, she wants to remind all fans, please support your booster clubs and athletes over the summer and during the season. Yes, sign the booster club president. It's very, very important to support your guys.
See you tomorrow, Marika.
So y'all take care.
I gotta agree with what my brother just said. Though Mr. Lee said that he support the Peach County Trojans after his married person Bulldog, and I appreciate that. But Mr. Lee, y'all got a stud that y'all got to replace. When I tell you, I argue a lot of people down that you had the best running back in the state last year. You had the best running back in the state last year, and he's gone. Duke Watson was arguably hands down the best running back in state. You lost that talent. You lost that production. I don't think you got another Duke Watson walking through the halls of Mary Person High School.
That's not hard to. That's hard to refute. Duke Watson is at Louisville, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right, guys? Rick, Mr.
He's a Louisville commit, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And he didn't switch. So he's probably already up there. What you think?
Well, should definitely be. Should definitely be.
Okay. Well, y'all, before we, head out, y'all want to talk a little bit of NBA Finals? Crickets.
Oh, my bad. My bad. Shit, I'm trying to go watch and get drunk right now. Applebee's calling my name.
Crickets. No. So who y'all got tonight? Porzingis is out.
Boston still go up 3-0.
You think so? What you think, Thirst?
Boston.
You think they still win?
Yep, Boston wins tonight.
I'm rolling with Boston too.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, it's so funny though, guys, because everybody was on the Mavericks train. Not me, but Luka Kyrie.
Damn that shit. I'm on the Minnesota bandwagon. Depending on what they do in the draft, I'm on the Minnesota bandwagon because I know my Hawks ain't gonna do nothing with that number one pick.
Oh, I'm so dead. I just can't even talk about the Hawks. I love them though. I love them. Just like
But
a toxic relationship. I know he ain't no good, but I can't leave him. And he ain't even good. It ain't even good to me. But I
it's just
can't
something.
leave.
Hey, that's your first, your last. That's what it is.
I think that's what it is. I don't know
But
about the
yeah.
last.
Nah, I'm a
Anyway,
nah, I'm a major Ant Man fan, so that's why I'm jumping on the Minnesota bandwagon.
okay. Let's see. Boston will sweep. Okay. I think it'll be a gentleman's sweep. I think Dallas takes one of these games and they finish it in Boston. That's just me. And they win 18. They will have their 18th championship.
I got a question for Lito, real fast. Lee, you got a 6'5" receiver coming up, but he's a freshman, so that means he got to grow. That's number one. Number two, which is should have been number one, who's gonna throw him the ball?
What was the classification of the quarterback y'all had last year? I'm asking a question, Thirst. We ain't asking you.
No, I'm with you. But what I'm getting at is he might do good against that team from Canada, but everybody else, I'm just saying, who throwing him the ball? 6'5" don't mean that if you can't get if the ball ain't coming to you.
Lee says Matt Nelson will be a junior. So he was a sophomore last year. So he will have grown. So he's a
All I'm
sophomore.
saying is my only recommendation to the mayor person's offensive coordinator: focus on your passing game this offseason. That's all they need to do. Focus on their passing game this offseason. You should be in a couple of 7-on-7s to help get your passing games together. Who's going to be the quarterback down in Colquitt County this upcoming season?
I don't
Anybody
know.
know?
I don't.
Oh,
Anybody
Quarterback
else
where, bro? What'd you
at
say?
Colquitt?
and Colquitt.
I don't know, but it ain't gonna be no Nico fan. I can tell you that. I saw a kid come in when we played them in the preseason, and he wasn't no Nico fan. So they gonna have a tough situation, but I'm pretty sure they can overcome it because that's what they do down there.
Hmm. I mean, as long as they keep them hogs on that front line and maintain a good running game and keep some running backs in the pen, they should be all right. But it's only going to get you so far. But we shall see.
And there's there.
So, y'all ready to head over to the restaurant, get some food, get some drink, and watch this basketball game?
You had me at drink.
Sure. I mean, I'm ready to
Hold
watch
on, hold
you.
on. Time out. Here, sister, what you say?
You had me at drink.
That's my dog.
like y'all ain't already been damn drinking.
Oh shit, you
Anyway,
ain't lying. I am sipping right now though.
Actually, I have not.
girl, you all right?
I'm fine.
You got a fever? You got a fever?
I'm fine.
She is
Are
she's in mommy mode.
are you feeling? Are you feeling like your normal self?
I'm not feeling like my normal self, but I'm definitely fine.
Do we need to have a conversation? Do you need do you need a 1-800 number?
No.
Blink twice if you are okay.
Lord have mercy. So y'all make sure next week if y'all have any 7-on-7s, y'all make sure y'all watch out for those and y'all tell us what you see and what you observe. We certainly appreciate you. Next week we'll certainly have the Division One the single A Division 2 poll for you, and we can discuss that, and we can I think that's what we'll do too. Next week, let us and everybody else in podcast land compile a list of the most intimidating stadiums in the state of Georgia. And
Okay.
So those of you in podcast land, y'all think about that, and we can all get together and have a brainstorming session, and we can do our own top 10 of the most intimidating stadiums.
Okay. I got a question for y'all though. And I've been trying to figure the answer out of this all week for the past week. Do we celebrate Juneteenth on Wednesday, or do we do it the weekend before or the weekend after?
The weekend
That's
before.
a good question.
I think there's some Juneteenth celebrations this weekend, and there'll probably be some the next weekend. You know, give anybody a chance to party, they gonna do it. So it'll probably be all encompassing.
I just want to make sure because next Wednesday is Juneteenth. That's why I'm asking questions. So I don't know if I need to party on Wednesday or the weekend before or the weekend after.
So what I want to know to the panel and to podcast land is what y'all gonna do to celebrate the holiday on tomorrow.
You know what? I need you to hush and let people get a. You always stealing my thunder. Just go ahead. Go ahead. Don't talk.
Hold on. What's the holiday tomorrow?
There's a holiday tomorrow.
My bank.
What's the name? What's the name of that holiday?
Hold on. What's she say?
My bank ain't closed.
No comment. I don't know
it's not a federal holiday. It's a FNL holiday.
I don't know. I knew, but before they open their mouth, I don't know anymore.
Y'all, tomorrow is your birthday.
So,
if you are his Facebook friend, please show him some love so he don't want to on us all day.
National holiday.
Yeah, so tomorrow, before we leave, we just want to tell our brother Yo, have a fantastic birthday tomorrow.
I'm about to be upside down.
Okay.
Yep.
Thanks for sharing that.
That was TMI. That was TMI right there.
And for those for you fathers, Sunday is Father's Day. So I would like to wish all of you a wonderful Father's Day. Thank you for doing what you do with your children, being active fathers in their lives. And if you're not an active father, do better, or at least try to do better and understand they won't let me do this or she won't let me do that. You do have rights. And so you need to go see what you need to do to get those exercised so that you can be the best father that you can for your children, because they really do need you. I had the best daddy in the world for me. You can tell me he didn't hang the moon and the stars. So again, y'all are so important, and I salute you. I salute all of you men. So in advance, June 16th is Father's Day. So happy Father's Day to you all.
As well as another holiday. Father's Day will be our sister Jessica's birthday. So if you are Facebook friends, make sure you all shout out my dog, my sister, Jessica, on Sunday, June the 16th.
Yes, it's also Tupac's birthday. Shawnee. And
you say you share a birthday with Donald Trump.
No, his birthday is on the 14th. It's closer to your birthday than mine.
Oh, okay.
His birthday, June 29th, is my birthday. Okay. Happy early birthday, Mr. Lee.
Hey, Mr. Lee, again, I love you because you say you respect the Trojan, but you're a Cancer, man. you don't count as a June. It's Gemini season, baby.
It's Gemini season right now, but you count. You count. My line sister's birthday is on June 29th. So y'all good people. again, we'll see y'all next week, and y'all keep it in your heads as to what you want to when we talk about intimidating stadiums, because we want some good suggestions, and we want you to be able to support why you think it's intimidating, so we can try to rank. We can try to rank them. Okay.
All righty.
You certainly do count in June, Mr. Nixon. You can't. He's a little. His head a little big because his birthday tomorrow, so you gotta forgive him. Okay.
You
Happy
good with me,
birthday.
Mr. Lee?
Happy birthday, yo.
Appreciate you.
And y'all have a great rest of your evening.
Bye-bye.
Bye.